Annyeonghaseyo, this is meowmurai. Let's continue our game of Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition running on Nintendo Switch. Group of enemies. I need like a single enemy.
Strike first, strike hard. You wish. Now it's my turn. Time for you to whip out. I'll weaken this. Follow me. You wish. I can hit butt when I have to. Nothing. Time for you to whip out. Put it back. Time for you to whip out. Come on. Take this.
'55s too. I need like a 52, maybe 53.
nothing.
I can kick butt when I have to. Take this! Come on! I'll weaken this! Follow me! Out with it next! Gotcha! Time for you to whip out! I'll weaken this! Follow me! Time for you to whip out!
I need healing.
Crippling the target! Follow up! It's tough. Touch me up! Time for you to whip out!
Now let's go find an opponent that's worth our time.
Let's keep it up!
Definitely did some damage.
Time for a little skill and care.
Get ready!
Let's
make
weaken them
first!
Now settle down.
You win! Still!
Time for you to whip out.
Come on! Still! I'll weaken this! Out! Put it back! Come on! I can hit butt when I have
Crap,
to.
my skill.
You
Oh,
win!
yeah,
Follow me! Time for you to whip! Time for you to whip out!
Yes. Now tackle it up close.
I'll weaken this! Follow me! I'll weaken this! Follow me! Time for you to whip out! Time for you to whip out! Take this! You wish!
Yes. Now tackle it up close.
Now it's my turn! Out with it
Now
next!
follow the real golden crush.
Crippling the target! Follow up!
Shadow strike.
Reinforcements! I'll weaken Watch out! Come on! Time for you to whip out! Oh, sorry. Seem to get fired up.
All right. I feel the energy.
Catch me up!
Sorry. I gotta hit this first.
Crippling the target! Now, melee attack! Got still!
Early bird. Put up your mind. Put up an order.
I'll weaken this! Well, sorry I'm a lousy pilot. I promise I'll fix you up.
Nope, no thanks.
Come on!
I think I've hit my limits. Heal me.
Not with only half of us having skills.
Tatsu smell a guest.
Brave friends, I come bearing a mission sure to leave its mark on Miran history.
I take it from the grand tone we're ready to form an alliance with the Rothians?
That's correct, Colonel. Analysis of the data unit you retrieved is complete. It confirms that the Rothians have cut all ties with the Gangly. Given that, an alliance between our races would indeed seem to be mutually beneficial. As such, I would ask you to deliver a formal treaty to their leader.
I don't know how they'll respond, but I agree we need to try. We'll do it.
Did the data indicate where the Rothians are based?
Yes and no. We were able to reverse engineer the flight data. We believe they have a base somewhere in Oblivion. Beyond that, however, it gets fuzzy.
Meh. Tatsu can find Kitty Cat Base in no time.
I'll leave it to you then.
Understood. We'll do our best to earn a favorable reply.
Looks like we found the Rothians.
Kitty Cat friends look jumpy. Maybe shoot Tatsu when he approach, so Tatsu strike first.
This is a diplomatic mission. We'll just explain to them that we come in peace.
You there! Halt! Are you aware that this keep belongs to Prince Gacharg?
Yes, we know. We've come to speak with the prince. May we be granted an audience?
The human knows her place, and yet they cannot be trusted.
We've met before.
I am Gob Weed, adjunct to the prince.
We have a letter for His Highness. May we bring it to him?
Do you know the circumstances we Rothians now face, human?
We heard you parted ways with the Ganglion. That's why we're here.
That was His Highness's will, and it is not my place to question. But I know you filled his head with strange ideas. I would not have it happen again.
Persuade.
That's right. We come with a proposal that can benefit both of our people.
I care not for your opinion on this matter.
He can decide for himself.
Will you at least ask if he'll see us? Please?
No, I'll not see His Highness led astray by your poisoned tongues. If you would force your will this day, you must win that right in combat. Such is the Rothian way.
Sure.
Don't wait! Stop!
No, this is our only choice. We're guests of the Rothians. If this is their way, we have no choice but to obey.
Spoken like a true warrior.
They've seen us!
I'm punching a hole!
Well, I'm certainly not going to play fair.
I'll weaken it! Follow me!
Take this!
Off balance! Now crush!
Time for you to win back!
Come on! I'll weaken it! Follow me! Hey, hold on!
Take that!
Missing.
Come on!
Bust our way out of this.
Gotcha!
I'll weaken them. Follow me.
Time for you to whip out.
Take this! Off balance! Come on!
Let my mind be still.
Buff up now. Play it safe.
No escape.
I'll weaken them. Follow me. Take this.
Fire. We'll catch them off guard.
Think I can manage a little cover fire?
Lightning!
Time for you to whip out.
Come on!
How do you like this?
Cripple, take this. Go with these conditions too.
Right. It'll work best. Who needs a weapon?
Hold still.
Lightning!
I'll weaken them. Follow
Come
me.
on!
Time for you to whip out.
Follow me. Output it now.
Looks like we'll have to bust our way out of this.
Let my mind be still.
Hold still. Sorry. Can't seem to get fired up. I'll weaken them.
Come on!
Time for you to whip out.
Just keep missing.
Time for you to whip out.
Looks like we'll have to bust our way out of this.
Take this! Off balance!
Hold still. I'll weaken them. Follow
Touch
me.
me up!
Who needs a weapon?
You wish!
Cripple, they have to deal with
out.
these conditions
You
too.
wish!
Looks like we'll have to bust our way out of this.
Let my mind be
Hold
still.
still.
Take this!
Off balance.
Time for you to whip out. Time for you to whip out.
Lightning!
I'll weaken them. Follow me.
Ashes to ashes.
Take this!
Take this.
Lightning!
Time for you to
Hell,
whip out.
it's not gonna last.
Take this!
Off balance.
Lightning!
I'll weaken them. Follow me.
Let my mind be still.
Time for you to whip out.
Come on!
Output it back.
Let my
Time for
mind
you to
be
whip
still.
out.
Looks like we'll have to bust our way out of this. Out traffic.
I can kick butt when I have to.
Spirits of the past!
With a real
Protect
bone.
us!
I'll weaken them. Follow me.
These things shall make your hearts bleed!
This trap. My skin.
Time for you to whip out.
I'll weaken them.
Fire.
Come on!
We'll catch them off guard. Shadow strike.
Time for you to whip out.
Lightning!
Where did they all come from? I'll
Let
weaken
my
them.
mind be
Follow me.
still. No wonder my death
I can fight this other stuff too. Are you serious?
Time for you to whip
Take
out.
this!
Hold still. Output it back.
Overhead.
But not out.
All right. I feel the
I
energy.
can kick butt when I have to.
Follow me.
Shadow strike.
Harder.
Time for you to whip out.
Let my mind be still.
Super lame. Alright, we can take out all the minions, then we gotta go on the ground and fight. The problem with fighting all these other guys here is that they keep respawning, so you can never get to a point where you can get rid of all of them. Kinda lame if you ask me.
They've seen
Shall
us.
guard my prince.
This'll work best. Tides turn against me.
Let my mind be still.
Time for you to whip back.
Lightning, come on! Hostile neutralized. Switch to close range combat.
I'll weaken them. Follow me.
You wish.
I can kick butt when I have to.
Tides turn against me. Weapon.
Time for you to whip back. Time for you to whip back.
Lightning!
Sorry. I can't seem to get fired up.
Get the hands on.
You wish.
Time for you to whip back.
Take this!
Off balance.
Follow me.
Time for you to whip back. Time for you to whip back.
Take this!
Off balance.
Gotcha!
You to whip back.
Let my mind be still. Come on! Take this!
He's got company. Yes. Now tackle it up close.
Time for you to whip back.
I guess I have to clear the surrounding area first. It's so lame.
Lightning!
Now, follow
Take
the real
this.
bone crusher.
Hey, hold still. I'll weaken them. Follow me.
Cripple the enemy. Now's your chance.
nothing.
Let my mind be still. Shall make your hearts bleed.
You wish. You wish.
Alright, I feel the energy.
Time for you to whip out. Time for you to whip out.
Shadow strike. Alright, I'm ready to unload. Not another word. Shadow strike. Focus your mind. Put up an order. Off balance. Alright, I feel the energy. The hell?
Such is the way for Rothian people.
Pretty bad.
Why is it freaking fast? Defeat all this stuff all around first. Just keep jumping in here.
Now's your chance.
Right, this'll work best.
You wish.
Ashes to ashes. Ashes to ashes.
This fight does not need to be this hard.
Let my mind be still.
Time for you to whip out. I can kick butt when I have to.
Looks like we'll have to bust our way out of this.
I'll weaken them. Follow me.
Take this!
Buff up now. Play it safe.
Who needs a weapon?
Lightning.
To act.
Output at max.
Come on!
I think I've hit my limit. Heal me.
Take this.
Time for you to whip out.
Let my mind be still.
I'll weaken them. Lightning. Follow me.
You
Time for you to whip out.
I'll try it. Looks like we'll have to bust our way out of this.
Take this!
This skill thing's not gonna last.
Lightning.
Time for you to whip out.
Let's give them the hands on him.
I'll weaken them. Follow me. I'll got it. Lay down. Cover fire.
I'm punching a hole in you.
Take this!
Off out.
You wish!
Cripple him. They might know what these decisions do.
battle, man. That was ridiculous.
Alright, I feel the energy.
You wish. My true wrath.
Shadow strike!
Time for you to whip out. Spirits of the past, protect us. Lightning harder.
Time for you to wimp out.
Take this. Lightning.
Sorry I'm a lousy pilot. I promise I'll fix it up. Fire!
Dream edge.
Take this.
Off balance.
Time for you to wimp out. Time for you to wimp out.
Lightning.
Shadow run and focus your mind. Put up an aura. Lightning strike!
You wish. Spirits of the past, protect us.
Time for you to wimp out.
Now tackle it up close.
Let my mind be still.
Time for you to wimp out.
Fire Carnival!
Time for you to wimp out.
Upper hand!
Gotcha. Take this.
Alright, I'm ready to hell? Shadow strike! All or nothing! I'm punching a hole in you!
Take this.
Think I hit your stomach. Heal me!
Let my mind be still.
Time for you to wimp out.
Trash talk!
Take this.
We have to turn this around.
I'll take him with my scalp.
Got him! Lay down some target fire!
I must stay alive for him. These flames shall make your hearts bleed.
Stop it! Trash talk!
Let my mind be
Looks like we'll have to bust our way out of this. This
You
skill
wish.
thing is not gonna last.
spirits of the
Time for
past,
you to whip
protect
out.
us. Take this.
Crap! My scalp!
Trash talk!
Fire! We'll catch him off guard. Shadow strike! Lightning strike!
Lightning.
Dream edge.
Take this.
Trash
Let
talk!
my mind be still.
Upper hand!
You wish.
Yeah, that fight was stupid. Why take so long? Why can't she dodge everything?
You have won my life. Take it now.
I fought for the right to have Gajarg see this treaty, not to take anyone's life.
Bring them to me, Weed.
But my prince.
These warriors of Earth have followed our traditions and emerged victorious. To deny them now would shame us all.
Your Highness.
Come, humans. I would see this treaty you speak of.
I see.
You propose that we stand together as enemies of the ganglion.
Our people don't have any reason to fight each other.
Nopon and humans are best friends now. Even more fun if kitty cats are friends too.
Ah, the purity and innocence of youth.
Fostering that innocence is a part of our duty as adults. It's a responsibility I take seriously.
As do I. The children of Roth live far from this place. It is their future that I fight for.
Your Highness.
You are called Elma, yes? Disgraceful though it may be, I must ask one condition. We lack medicine for our people. If you could aid us in this regard, I would be most grateful.
I have far more respect for a leader who puts his people before his pride.
Yeah, you should be proud of not being too proud, I guess.
Then please grant me this boon. Bwyd can give you the specifics. When the Rothians are back to health, we will stand beside you as allies.
Hey,
Medicine, eh? And it's organic stuff you're looking for, right? Not something to treat meowmurai? Well, I can sell you one of these medkits I make. If you need 5, that comes to 100,000 credits. There you are. I'm happy to hear they'll go towards helping people.
Everyone seems so happy.
Oh, yeah, it's okay.
Bond between
Not required to
Rothians
talk.
runs deep. Not being able to care for our comrades has been a heavy weight.
Warriors of Earth, you have my thanks for your aid.
I mean, technically, I'm the one who's supposed to be talking.
Know that the Rothians stand with you.
Thank you, Your Highness.
However, this pact lives only as long as the Ganglion. Once they expire, so too does this alliance. Mira is a harsh land. Should our survival mean your doom, it must be so.
Yeah, sure. Cross that bridge when we come to it.
Or burn it if we must.
What? You guys can't be serious.
Sky Sunder. Big news, the Rothians are launching an arms manufacturing unit called 6 Stars here in New LA. I bet they have katanas and ninja stars and a huge samurai stockpile of rad stuff. Head over to the AM terminal in Armory Alley to check them out. To commemorate the alliance between the humans and Rothians, here's a new outfit collection on sale, modeled after the stuff Prince Jog and Gabude, where apparently it's already in shops. I wonder how I'd look in that. Okay, finally got him. Oh, am I supposed to put him in here? I guess. So I only got 2 more members. And it doesn't even give you a hint on how to get them. That's interesting. You know, I'm playing without a guide, unless I get completely stuck, so... I suppose I could look it up, what those characters are, but... It's alright. Which one's this one? This one is... 47. Complete chapter 11, not quite there yet. 50, chapter 11. Oh, okay, boy. I really want me to finish chapter 11. Let's see, we just finished chapter 10. What do I need for chapter 11? Let's see, 10% of Cauldros, 9 lives, and boot camp. I don't have 10% of Cauldros? Oh, I guess that's not too terribly surprising. It's like the hardest area in the game. Cauldros, no, I had 20%. Okay, that means you need to find these other 2 missions. Specific affinity missions. Yeah, I mean, I figured as much. It looks like I have to use, I have to do chapter 11. I have to file for bankruptcy, apparently. 9 lives affinity mission, Barista Court Commercial District. I mean, nothing's being flagged right now. Maybe I already did it. Yeah, okay, so I've done this one. So then I need boot camp, outfitters test hangar, industrial district. Well, we need to do this one. Complete Chapter 10. Outfitters test hangar must not be in use. Oh, I don't have the required affinity with Gwyn. Well, it's because Gwyn sucks as a character. That's why. That's why I haven't been using him. Fine, we'll play with Gwyn. Alright, hold on a minute. Okay, Gwyn, let's get you a skill assigned. I generally don't like Taco Bell too much, especially in my area. There's like a boatload of really good Mexican restaurants and Mexican food carts. But every once in a while I get a craving for just like a crunchy taco supreme. Probably because I was raised on them or ate them when I was younger. I don't know. They have some sort of nostalgic trigger in me. But I was like, I don't know. It was like 2 or 3 days ago. I ordered through the app. Figured I'd get my 2 crunchy taco supremes, and then I would try their 2 like crunchy Katina burritos, or sorry, tacos. I don't know. Basically, they're like grilled cheese sandwiches, except in taco form. But anyway, you know, I really my goal was to have some taco supremes, because I felt disgusting that day. I don't know. Anyway, I drive down there, and you know, Taco Bell's not necessarily very close to me, so you know, it's kind of take a trip out there. Yeah, it's like 10 minutes or something, maybe a little bit less than that, depending on traffic. But the place is like totally busy. Like I caught it at the worst possible time. There were people inside. The drive-thru was full. Ah, perfect timing. I was just about to drop by the barracks to see you. Oh, great. Yeah, I have a top-secret mission straight from the Director General. Very hush-hush and all that. So can you spare a moment? Great, here goes. We received a report from a curator surveying Noctilum. It seems that some ganglion troops are gathered at the mouth of Dead Man's Gulch. They're a survey team, judging from their equipment. Which means there may be something important there besides the big skull you received before. Or you recovered before. That's Director General Chaucin's theory, anyway. He wants you to go there and figure out what exactly they're after. Ah, sure. That's great. I can see why the Director General would come to you. Here's a detailed brief. See top secret mission from the Director General. Head to Noctilum's Dead Man's Gulch and investigate the ganglion gathering. You're familiar with the territory, so I doubt you'll get lost, but be careful out there regardless. We'll be waiting for your report. Make it good news. Anyway, so I get out there, I wait. I think it probably was around 10 to like 12 minutes, so not exactly fast food. Make homemade tacos. Oh, yeah. I would say I would do that if I made tacos as well as the food cart or the Mexican restaurant around me. Don't get me wrong. Occasionally, I will make homemade tacos when I'm feeling incredibly lazy. But I can't make the tacos as good as all the restaurants. And tacos are very, very cheap. You know, they're not an expensive food. So yeah. At any rate, although Taco Bell is actually getting kind of expensive. I mean, the place is kind of known for value, but I guess the economy is getting to them too. But anyway, I mean, there's a chain of restaurants here called Don Pedro, which has some really excellent food, and the prices are very, very reasonable. In fact, I think I've reviewed them on like Google, and they're pretty popular. But anyway, so I drive down there and I wait like I said, it's like 10 or 12 minutes. Not fast food time. It took way longer than I thought because it was so busy, and I kind of regretted it as I was waiting in line. I was like, oh man, I can't believe I ordered from this place. It's not even that good. I just have a craving for it. Los Reyes? Yeah. I've heard of Los Reyes, actually. I think you should go first. No, after you. Be my guest. Now, wait a minute. Any of us who goes out alone is just going to be eaten. I say we all go and carry out the mission together. Yes, that way all of us can be eaten. It's not unreasonable. Perhaps, but we can't just abandon our duty either. If we show up empty-handed with 0 survey results, the ganglion will have our hides. We're dead if we do, dead if we don't. Ooh, I know. Why don't we just stay huddled here? Oh no, a creative solution. Or a whole creative solution. And a feat only a race as adaptable to any environment as we are could manage. We'll wait them out here, whether it takes a century or 2 or... Human! Over there! Human! Then it's all over. What do you mean no harm? He seems like a friendly human? Perhaps if we obey the human, he will save us from this predicament. And then we exchange one master for another. What makes this one more trustworthy? What should we do? Hey! What are you slackers doing? You're ganglion soldiers, aren't you? So take up your guns and fight. But we're non-combatants. Running away is sort of what we do. This is why your kind will always be grunts.
It didn't have to be like this.
But yeah, I'm with you. I was like, it's like only like very, very specific things I would eat from Taco Bell. And normally I wouldn't eat there, just because there's like so many other choices around. But anyway, you know, I get my kind of late lunch.
All or nothing.
4 items, and you know, and it came out to like $15 or something, 15 or 16 bucks. You know, probably much more than I should have spent on Taco Bell. Then I drive home, and I get home and I open the bag, and there's only 2 items in there, and of course the 2 items in there out of the 4 are not the Taco Supremes, which I drove there for. So all that time and all that waiting just to satisfy a craving, and I didn't even get what I wanted. So I left a 1-star rating on their app and was like, okay, well, maybe I'm done with Taco Bell. Curious. Humans are more tenacious than we gave them credit for, it seems. How can you remain so sanguine? This is hardly the time for offhand observations. Given that our prospects of survival are non-existent, what harm is there in acknowledging our extremity's merits? Ah, merciful Golbolka. Is it safe, then, to assume that our duties are no longer called for? And I do not mean the ganglion expected of us, but that the very meaning of our existence may be abandoned. Okay, well, these guys are characters. I, too, would prefer to carry out our sacred mission, given half a chance. Then should we not stake our hopes on that which promises at least some chance of survival, however slim? Oh, these guys are just like the Manon. What the heck? That would be perhaps ideal, yes. Well, I, for one, intend to survive this ordeal. Then there is no time to waste. It is a valid argument, but in terms of sheer probability... Probability my Gorkwa. Yeah, I can't say I was mad, although I hear you. I hear you about that. Yeah, it was definitely not worth driving back there. And it, you know, like I think technically the lunch hour was still going on, so I would have gone there and waited for a while, and then all I would have gotten was, you know, 2 more tacos. It hardly seems worth it to go there and get 2 of the cheap, or one of the cheapest items they have. I think the only thing cheaper is like a regular crunchy taco. You know, well, not the Supreme. But yeah, it was definitely unsatisfying because they're little Katina tacos. Well, they aren't actually crunchy tacos, even though they're called crunchy tacos because they grill them with cheese all over them on one side of the taco. So then that takes away all the crispiness. So it's just like, well, I did get tacos, but I wasn't really exactly happy with them. And I didn't have any ingredients to make tacos at home, you know, to kind of satisfy that urge. So it's just like, well, granted, first world problems, but then I was like, oh, I guess I gotta wait till dinner to be satisfied with something. So yeah. And I gotta say, generally, I don't have my order wrong. Usually, most places around here will get your order right, but that one was like a real, like it was obviously wrong, right? If you look at the order and it says 4 things, and then you stuff the bag with only 2 things, usually you think, oh, okay, maybe I'm missing something. But yeah, I guess at that point in time, they obviously did not care, and they just wanted the person out the door. You know, maybe they thought I was like a DoorDasher, and then the DoorDash customer would just yell at me. I don't know. Humans, we entreat you, save our kind. Yeah, I mean, I mean, going back and being mad at a Taco Bell employee is I think might be the penultimate waste of time. I mean, you know, maybe things aren't going well in your life if you want to march into Taco Bell and be mad at an employee. At that point in time, maybe it's time to rethink things, you know. It's like getting mad at the disabled person for, you know, not walking fast enough. Although, I mean, you know. I'm paying like $1.39 for a taco. My expectation for like perfect service is pretty low. Yeah, exactly. If it's a fancy restaurant and I'm paying and you know, I'm paying for service, I'm sitting down, somebody's actually attending to me, you know, and I say I want, you know, I want a medium rare steak and it comes out well done, you know, of course I'm going to complain about that. Or if like you know, your server is just an extra not good server, and you know, maybe has a poor attitude, you know, I will complain about that too. But yeah, not a Taco Bell employee. It might be the last thing on my mind ever to complain to somebody like that. Taco Bell employee, McDonald's employee, you know, any of the rural fast order QSRs, yeah, they get a pass. Unless they're also unfriendly. Then, you know, I'm a little bit less understanding on that one. Still probably wouldn't complain, though. Thank you, human. You are a good deal stronger than the higher-ups in the ganglion who fancy themselves great warriors. Perhaps this human might offer us asylum. It is certainly a possibility worth exploring. We have a request, human, if you will hear it. We Zarabogon were not made for combat. As a result, we have been treated as the lowest of the low with the ganglion. But our suits allow us to survive in any environment, you see? Since arriving on this planet, we've been forced to survey one hostile location after the next. Caverns crawling with vicious indigents, sheer cliffsides where a single misstep means certain death. Many of our numbers have been lost. We are sick and tired of serving the ganglion. Is there any way we might be granted asylum within your city? Yeah, sure. Ooh! Praise be to Golbaga's mercy. We are a sizable group numbering in the teens, but if you would have us, we would relocate to your city immediately. Thank you, kind human. Yeah, to me, somebody who like gets mad at like a Taco Bell or a McDonald's employee, I don't think they clearly worked in the service industry, in that kind of service industry. Because like my first job that I ever got, outside of picking berries, you know, here you get a work permit when you're 14, and then there's like a limited number of things you can do when you're 14. You know, not a lot of traditional hiring places. Although I guess that's not true anymore. You know, now they'll send you to the mines and like 14 years old, sorting coal or whatever. But you know, basically you can work seasonal jobs. So like I was like picking, you know, strawberries and cucumbers and blackberries. You know, that was my first job technically. But my first, you know, non-seasonal job was I was working at a hotel, and basically, you know, the hotel cafe, which is torture, right? So you're working at a hotel cafe. You know, I was just a busser. I was clearing tables. I'd actually gotten pretty good at it, but you know, being good at being a busser is a, you know, not a high accomplishment in life. I don't think. Although there are plenty of people who can't do it. But yeah, that was my first job, and I like remember every time there was like a convention at the hotel, those are the worst, absolute worst. you know, when Nike was in town or Intel was in town or whatever, you know, whatever big company was in town, and they booked up all the rooms in the hotel. Those were terrible because then the restaurant was busy from opening till close, just completely packed. Only when there were lulls in between, like missions, or when there were breaks in between, like some of the seminars, would you like maybe get a small break in how busy it was. See, welcome back. Looks like you brought back even more than the Director General had hoped. He was practically beaming. Said that you freeing the Zarabogan from the bounds of Ganglion servitude was deserving of high praise. Oh, and here's your pay. Can't forget that. The Zarabogan are in quarantine now. If the tests come back clean, you'll be living in New LA with us. They seem really grateful to you, so you might want to speak with them once they're cleared. Oh, yeah. Handyman position's a little bit better. At least that's more of a profession, right? I mean, yeah, again, I was like 16, 15, 16. I guess I was 16. I couldn't. I don't think I was allowed to work in the hotel. 16 was like the lowest age at the time. Again, I think that might be different now. But yeah, I mean that was the worst time in conventions because the place would be packed, and traditionally in conventions people don't tip. Right, they're there. They were on the company credit card.
That's crazy.
I was working in the hotel cafe, not one of the hotel restaurants. So the hotel restaurants are, kind of fancier affairs. You have, like real silverware and plates. You have, real food that you serve. But the cafe was only for, the very quick meals, or people have meetings and stuff like that. So it would be just pounded worth work during the entire shift, and nobody tipped. And this is like, back in the 90s. So, really before the tipping culture kind of became what it is now. And and I remember the absolute worst people were usually the third level managers or the first level managers. You could always tell if it was somebody that was a little bit higher up in the company. Number one, I didn't, they were usually cheapskates if they were showing up to the the coffee garden, to the cafe. So they definitely weren't the kind of people that liked to spend money. And they were always the absolute worst customers, just the bossiest, most picky people. Basically, essentially like the Taco Bell worker. Like we were basically the Taco Bell worker of the hotel. We only earned minimum wage. The tips were only tips that were given to you from the waitresses and and the servers. Oh, I guess we don't call them waitresses now, but from the servers, right? So if the server wanted to give you a tip, then they could, but it was optional, right? So if the server wanted to keep all their tips for the tables they worked, they could just do that. That there wasn't a requirement to give any of the lower level employees any tips. Just kind of the way it was. So, I would just bust my ass off, work until I was like sweating and like my feet were sore, and no tips, right? Just basic, just basic low level minimum wage salary. And I remember there was one customer who owned like a chain of furniture stores, right? So he was a pretty well off guy, and significantly older, right?
That's crazy.
And he would, whenever he would come into the coffee garden, remember or the cafe, right? Remember, the cheapest part of the hotel, right? This is not the place where you go for fancy food. He would come in, and everybody would have to make a big deal, because it was Mr. S, right? Mr. S had a bunch of furniture stores. He was like a super influential, but he would always come in and be kind of a non-interactive customer. You know, you really didn't talk to Mr. S. Like, you just gave him his stuff. You know, checked up on him every once in a while, made sure he's happy, and then, but he also wasn't very demanding, so he was actually a pretty good customer. But I mean, I don't know. One day he came in and there was a convention, and it was just absolutely slammed. There were just people waiting outside, you know, waiting to get into in line. And then Mr. S comes in, and it's like, oh man, we got to clear a table for this guy. He's one of our regulars. You know, he has a ton of money. We can't get him. You know, we can't get him mad, right? And so we're like trying to get these other convention goers who are just all a-holes, man. I mean, it was just like the worst day, where everybody was super demanding. Nobody was tipping, and they were just generally unpleasant. You know, almost came in and left with a huff. But you know, we got Mr. S's table. You know, he ordered his normal, you know, very budget-minded meal. And you know, God, I was like clearing his table, and he was like, you know, because he knew the tipping structure there too. So you know, he came up to me and he was like, "Hey, you work really hard. Good job." And so he hands me a tip to me personally, right? Which is weird. You don't usually hand it to the busboy. You hand it to the waitress, or you leave it on the table, or something like that. You know. So
Listen up.
I was like, "Oh, that's nice." You know, Mr. S, you know, appreciated me. You know, he saw how hard I was working. But then I looked down at the tip he gave me, and it was $1. $1, which maybe to him was a fair amount of money, because like I said, he was ancient. But yeah, that was it. Bust your ass for somebody who's who makes I think he was a multimillionaire at that time. You know, I don't know if he'd be a billionaire now, but you know, he was pretty well off. But yeah, his tip was $1, and I think he gave the waitress like $5. You know, again, weird, right? But the policy was, of course, if you got tips, then you had to give those to your server, right? I mean, the busboy, the low-level guys couldn't keep tips for themselves, right? Because the table was served by the server, right? So the busboy just cleans up after them. You're not really serving a customer. At least that was the logic. It's like, well, you're not really serving them, so you know, you're not really earning a tip. I don't know who made up that rule, but I was like, yeah, well, whatever. I'm 16. I was dumb. I wasn't gonna argue. It was my only job. I just wanted to make enough money to buy video games. That was the only thing that was going on in my brain at the time, you know. So yeah, I just wanted to buy another Super Nintendo game. It was a priority in my life. So yeah, that was my time as a server, and I said I really appreciate servers. Even if you're the lowly Taco Bell worker, I was like, I definitely know those days when you have just the shittiest customer, and maybe things didn't go right, maybe somebody didn't write something down, maybe it was so busy that you kind of lost track of time, and you know, likely that was what happened to me with my Taco Bell order. Like it was just too busy, too slammed. You know, I just didn't check the order, which is part of what they're supposed to do, right? That's one of the procedures that you do in Taco Bell. It's one of the training procedures. Always check the order before it goes out. But I understand, you know. Yeah. Well, I've been addicted to gaming for really since I was introduced to it. Something about it turned me on more than any other activity. I think the only thing that I played more of, other than video games, is tennis. But I'm a little too old to be playing tennis nowadays. So I definitely had to hang up my tennis racket, unfortunately. I love the game, but number one, you have to play with somebody else. And number two, I do not move around the court like I used to. So, you know, Sometimes you just have to face reality and just go, yeah, I may be too old for this. Maybe too old for this kind of sport. And that's okay. So yeah, minor inconvenience of not having my craving satisfied. And you know what, I lost like $4 or well, less than that. But yeah, always fun. Pokemon Red. I mean, it was a good first game. Red and blue. Oh, that's right. We couldn't do boot camp because we had to do the other requirement. Oh, my rank is maxed already. Time to move on then, huh? Alright, now we'll save. That's good. Like I said, that's a good first game. You know, you could have bought like a shameful first game, like, you know, like Psy Girls or something. So I think it worked out okay for you. Okay, we'll stop it there. This is meowmurai. You've been watching Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition running on Nintendo Switch. I'm going to take a little break, and then we'll play some... I think we'll play a little bit of Clair Obscur, and then you know, of course, the First Ascendant. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.